Hey, what is going on, guys? My name's Long Sensation, and today we've got for you guys is the best class within Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer. Now, I've had the game for a couple of days now, so I've had some perfect experience with all of the weapons in the game. This class is a really perfect class for you guys that are going to be starting off on the game and actually learning all of the maps. Now, the weapon of my choice is going to be the SC-2010. The reason for that is simply because it reminds me quite a lot of the ACR from Modern Warfare 3, which means that a lot of you guys are going to enjoy using this gun. It does kind of lack at long range, but I'll get into that in just a moment. So for the attachments on this gun, we're actually going to use the silencer to keep us off the enemy map whilst firing, and we're actually going to use the extended mags. The reason for the extended mags is because within every single Call of Duty game, you're going to find that you're going to be reloading a hell of a lot because the maps are pretty fine, small and stuff like that. So I definitely do advise this. However, you can actually use the 3-round burst attachment. What I've found is to be really nice. It definitely is one of those attachments that I go to quite on an often basis as well. The reason for that is it actually kills people in one burst. That's what I've been finding quite constantly. It's been killing people in one burst. So I definitely advise you guys using that if you're pretty good with a trigger finger and stuff like that. So now going on to the secondaries and lethal / tacticals, we're actually going to sacrifice every single one. Now the reason for that is because the secondary weapons within this game are really weak. If you're not aware, launchers do not lock on within this game. So to be honest, there's not really a point in using them. And the pistols actually do really bad. I've found that the pistols are really weak within this game, especially compared to Black Ops 2. So I definitely do not advise using a secondary weapon, especially when we're using extended mags on our assault rifle. Now for the lethal and tactical, we're actually going to sacrifice those. Again, the reason for that is because scavenger does not replenish these, and to be honest, if you're going to be a person that's running around the map trying to get a lot of kills, the lethal and tactical are not really needed. Now going on to our perks are going to be something that are really unique and diverse. Now the reason for that is because I find these perks really useful on learning the maps and of course getting the upper hand on your enemy. So the first perk we're actually going to use is going to be the Stalker perk, and that allows you to move faster whilst aiming, which basically means you're going to be able to strafe whilst shooting other enemies. They're not going to be able to lock onto you as you're going to be locked onto them, and of course that gives you a great addition, enables you to kill enemies a lot quicker, a lot faster, especially with the fire rate of this weapon. You're going to be able to get a lot of kills in a very short space of time. Now for the second perk, we're actually going to use the ping perk. Now this is a perk that I've found really useful on learning the maps. What this essentially does, it activates a sonar ping around the enemy you just killed, which just makes you completely aware of other enemies around you. Really useful for game modes such as search and rescue, and of course free for all, where there's basically enemies spawning everywhere. So I definitely do advise this perk. Now for our third perk, we're actually going to use Hardline. Now what this does, of course, is gets you one less kill away towards your kill streaks, and of course every 2 assists counts as a kill. So definitely do advise this, especially if you're using the strike package, where you can basically get another perk within 2 kills. Now for our third or fourth perk, we're actually going to use a perk that is going to be really essential on the assault rifles, and this is the Focus perk. Now what this does, it reduces the weapon sway when aiming down sights. With this gun it does really lack at long range, so I definitely do advise using this perk, and to be honest, I definitely do advise using this perk on all of your assault rifles and possibly some SMGs. Now for our last perk, we're going to be using the Amplify perk. Now you may be thinking why. The sound, footsteps within this game are really perfect. To be honest, if you actually use this perk, you're going to be able to hear people a lot more clearly. If you actually go on the game and try and sound hole people without this, you're going to find that you get a little bit confused to where they're actually located. This of course makes the enemy footsteps louder, more clearly, and of course basically counters out dead silence. So people that have dead silence in search and rescue, for instance, are going to be pretty much at a disadvantage because you're going to be able to hear them coming. Now that is our essential loadout, and hopefully you guys are going to agree with me that this is a really good perk. If you guys are interested in my strike packages for assault, I definitely recommend the SATCOM, the guard dog and the sentry gun. Just to start off on the game, just to get used to the maps, the SATCOM is really good, especially when you're running hardline. You're going to be able to put, 2 or 3 of those down every minute if you keep on dying. For the supports, I actually use the SATCOM, the ballistic vests, and the Oracle. The Oracle is a really cool perk, and of course allows you to see people through walls, through objects and stuff like that. For the specialist, it is really up to you, but I do definitely advise using Scavenger as one of your first perks, and then of course Quick Draw, maybe Ready Up, and possibly Sleight of Hand. Some of those perks are really good, and I definitely do advise them. Now for the next video, guys, we're actually going to be talking about how to rank up really fast within the game, so definitely do check back for that video in a couple of hours. But anyway guys, I've been Long Sensation, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.